All right, BurlyFishing, we're here with Strike King and ICAST 2021. We got, dude, the man Lucas, who's one of our Michigan boys, which we appreciate.
Everybody's from Michigan here. It's crazy.
We've been running to the boys all day. So we got Jeff. Take us away, brother.
All right, Lucas, so talk to us about the new stuff. What we got?
So we're gonna run through the new line that we got coming. So a few years ago, we came out with tour grade fishing line. And it's a premium fluorocarbon braid and monofilament fishing line, a little bit higher price point. So this year we're running out with what we're gonna call Contra performance fishing line. So it's gonna come in fluorocarbon braid, green braid, a dark green braid, as well as a high vis yellow.
Yeah, you know we need that. You know we need that.
Us Michigan guys,
we know about that. We know about that.
Yep. And then we got premium monofilament line as well. So this is going to be
all the way down the line.
So it's going to be more of our price point line. So we're going to run it. It's going to be, so like say you're fluorocarbon, it's going to be like $15 a spool, $14.99.
Wow.
Until you hit 20 pound, I think it goes up to $17.99.
Crazy.
So, and I've been using it since January. So we've had a bunch of samples in the office. I've been using it since January, fishing tournaments on Lake Murray, and this stuff holds up. It's awesome.
Nice.
Andy Montgomery, wherever he is, he's been asking me for this. We got some fresh samples. He's so confident that he used some of the old stuff from I think a year ago when we first started working on it.
Yep.
We sent it to him, and he's going to fish a Major League Fishing tournament, and we're like, it is samples, so like you might want to like test it out before you go throw it in a tournament. And he's like, no, good. And he went through it. So
that's not the big stage, it's for the tournament.
Yeah, and he's fishing, at the highest level. So
dude,
awesome.
he's calling me. He just asked me like a few minutes ago. He's like, how much of that you got left at the office? He's like, I'm gonna need some. So
I'll take this wall when you guys.
He's like, how much? I know you got one less than 10. I know you got one less than 10.
I already noticed that the 15-pound fluorocarbon, which is what he's always asking.
It's a little empty. Look at a little empty.
It's gone.
We got holes. We got holes.
I love it.
We got holes. Yeah, I think people have been moving around a little bit, but no, it's good stuff. So
very cool.
I mean, I'm a Michigan guy. I'm kind of a finesse guy. I've been using the 10-pound braid with like 8 and 10-pound leaders fishing Murray, and just been crushed.
Yes.
So I actually went up and I put the work on some smallmouth with the 6-pound too.
Dude, you know we love us the 6 and the 8. You know we love us the 6 and the 8.
Exact setup.
I don't need anything below here. I don't.
This is like the only time people are like, oh, no, what you're talking about. I got something for you specifically. Yeah. Everyone else is like, I got a 22-pound swim bait. Here you go.
Yeah.
We were just at Z-Man. I was like, give me that small swim bait. He's like, yeah,
the Magnum's too big for you.
Well, depending on who you're talking to, they'd be like, everything above this junk. You only get. I want that and that.
I'm like, yes, you're right. Also, me.
People don't get us.
Yeah, I'm like 6. I mean, you're not gonna break it. I was like, I've given a rod to people before. I'm just like, I'll tie it to a fence.
Break it.
You got good drag, and I'm just like, go. Like, obviously, like if you hold the spool and pull, it's gonna break. But you're just like,
not this
do
way.
What you can.
That's what the rod's for.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what the rod and your drag's for, right?
Love it.
So yeah, that's Contra line. It's gonna be a big deal.
All right, things that catch things.
Yeah, things that catch things, and things that make you look good at least. Things that make you catch some bass. So we actually came out with 2 new frames of sunglasses. So they're very high-end looking, but they're only $29 and $39. They look good, and they've held up. I've been wearing these. They're my good-looking shades when I want to look good. You look good, feel good, fish good.
Look good, feel good, fish
that's
good.
a fact. Look good, feel good, play good is always a good mantra to live by, so it's not too hard to do with that with my boys like that.
Yes, sir. So as far as baits are concerned, this one has been in the works for a little while, and this is Andy Montgomery's baby. We're gonna hold it up. This is our skip and buzz. So it is a skip and buzz bait. So everyone in the past, might be a little dated, but 5, 6, 7 years, people started putting a toad on a buzz bait so they could skip it better. It's kind of become the standard for a buzz bait. You don't see people throwing them with a skirt a whole lot anymore, just a little bit. And Andy Montgomery, he's our skipping guru. So he's throwing a jig. He'll throw it 30 feet under a dock, and you'll hear it hit the seawall, and you're just like, oh my lord. So I've watched him. It's kind of aesthetic. Like I've been sitting there. We got a video of him over there playing on a TV, and he's just skipping under stuff, and I'm just sitting there watching him, just like. I don't know. Wow. I'm a weird breed when that's what I.
No, absolutely not. We know what's on repeat at Jeff's house.
But this is a skip and buzz bait, skip and buzz, and what it is you got your toad with the flat bottom, so it skips well. It's angled well, so it'll skip. And what is important about this buzz bait that separates it is it's got this wire holding the frame together. So what happens is you go to skip that buzz bait. If you're like me, you aren't as good at skipping. You try to get it under something, and the frame will open up, it plugs, and then you got a mess. And So it holds it together when you're skipping it so that you can skip it way up underneath. I mean, I was watching him skip this. I know we got people that don't know how to skip and they can skip this thing. So it's like
Sounds like me.
like a rock skipping across the water.
So this one's specifically for
It's built for me. I can't skip either that well.
Yeah.
But
let's just do this.
and another thing it does too that I really like is that this wire not only it holds it together when it's skipping, but you know every time you boat flip a fish on a buzzbait, you know you unhook it and you're sitting there, you got to bend it back. You're not going to have to do that because it's going to hold it together.
That's awesome.
So and it can still if a fish inhaled the whole thing, it still can collapse because it's not fixed. It's free swinging here.
Wow.
So Andy's been doing that to his buzzbaits for the past few years, and he's like, we got to come out with it. And I'm like, yep. You're right.
That's sick.
Good job, Lucas.
So-
also, boat flip all your bigs.
Boat flip.
That's what I heard.
Boat flip big ones. I got a
Boat
couple
flip
other
big.
baits here.
Boat
we're
big,
gonna be
got it.
Oh my god.
So, it comes in 4 colors. Pink is actually one of the ones that he pushed for that we had to have. It's one of his favorite ones, low key. I'm surprised he told us that. But
I think he
Low key pink.
low key. All he cared about was white. He wants to sell all the pink.
yeah. Green pumpkin, black and white. So I mean, fish are seeing it from the bottom.
Yep.
You don't need a ton, honestly. We try to keep it simple. So
100%.
from a fishing perspective.
Yep.
So that one's really cool, and that one's going to be good. Next up, you got the 6XD hard knock. So 6XD,
Oh, yeah.
6XD is a very famous bait for strike king, right?
100%.
So you just missed him, but Kevin Van Dam's been hanging out here, and he's won on it.
Oh wait, he does
yeah.
good on the XD? No way.
Oh wait.
Kevin Van Dam
He's
can catch
here?
a bass or two, believe it or not.
On a crankbait?
On a crankbait.
No.
Believe it or not. So it's the hard knock version, so it's got printed on there, so you'll be able to tell the difference. So basically, we have the regular 6XD, we have a silent version, and now we got a hard knock version. So,
And if you guys don't know the hard knock, give it a shake.
let me get so the hook's up.
Yeah,
Yes,
there it
sir.
is. There it is.
So now what you got is you got silent, you got loud, and you got louder.
Yep.
So all those like Tennessee River lakes, all those ledges, these fish are getting so pressured when they're in those big schools. Dude, I swear, like they probably go like, oh look, a 6XD. Like so they've gotten so many thrown at them.
Sexy shad.
They got your number, dude.
They can hear it, but they'll still eat it. That's the crazy thing. But so what happens is you start beating up a school, and then you need to show them something different. You just pick up a 6XD hard knot, and burn it through there, and
After the silent, you're just throwing up the alarm.
it'll scare the heck out of them, and they don't know what to do, and they'll eat it. So that's just what happens, man.
When you
It's
go
loud.
up here, you're speaking our language when you get up here.
Thunder cricket, the old thunder chicken. So
Thunder chicken.
the old thunder cricket. So we came out with 4 new colors in it. The weighted jig is just such a big thing in the industry right now.
Yeah.
4 new colors. One of them, which we'll get to in a few other baits as well, fire craw.
Oh, dude.
It's a color you got to have. Painted blade to match. It's going to be a heck of a bait in the spring.
And these things feel quality. If you've never held up a thunder cricket, especially the ones with these painted, painted
Look at
blades.
this blade.
I mean,
Painted
it's
blade.
honestly, it is different.
Matches the
It
bait.
is different.
They're so
Very,
good.
very
Yeah.
nice.
Comes with an owner jungle hook on it. Everyone knows that some people's complain about a bladed jig is it doesn't have a good enough hook.
Yeah.
This is one of those, you boat flip everything. Not really. Someone's going to look at this video and be like,
And they're
hey,
gonna be
I
like,
lost a
that guy
tournament.
from Strike King.
I lost the tournament.
I lost a tournament because I tried to
This
boat flip.
freaking guy.
But look at this. I mean, and these
Olive
the
shad.
color schemes are all good, but look, I mean,
That's
That's
olive
juice.
shad.
this is
beautiful.
that's just fish catching. There's
Yep.
nothing there but fish catching. I like
sir.
that. That's great.
We'll have
How
some teeth
about
marks
that?
on it soon.
Yep.
Morning dawn.
There you
Oh,
go.
can we get that morning
Dawn.
dawn? We
Couple
love-
new Rage Swimmer colors. You got it.
Yeah.
Rage Swimmer is one of our best sellers. It's one of our best baits. That type of swim bait has just been killing it lately.
Dude, have you thrown this?
So this is this the lavender? Oh, it is the morning dawn.
Morning dawn.
Oh, dude, these are
That's
morning.
lavender.
Is this the morning dawn?
That lavender shad,
Lavender shad,
morning dawn,
morning
silver shiner, Tennessee shad, which you can't see as well because
Look at
it
that
came in our
size.
275, but they're
Yeah.
all of our sizes. This is going to be one of my favorites, especially up north. I mean, the morning dawn deal,
Well, we're very partial. We catch a lot of fish on the morning dawn. I'll tell you right now. This morning, we even have our own way of saying it. How do we say it? Jeff?
Morning dawn.
That's how we do it.
Yes, sir. Throw it in the morning.
And at dawn.
And
Oh,
also at dawn.
Yeah, I actually learned that one time. I was throwing morning dawn and it was like raining out and I was crushing them and then it got sunny and I quit catching them.
Yep.
Switch of green pumpkin caught them and then
Oh.
switch back to it started raining again. And I picked up morning dawn and I'm just like, that makes
Hot
sense.
tip. Love it.
that makes sense. So this is a color extension for us, fire craw. So we're gonna blow up fire craw. This is only a small sample of what it's gonna come in.
Oh, man.
It's gonna come in most of our shallow, like all of our shallow crankbaits.
Ooh.
That's our hybrid hunter.
Ooh.
Yeah, looks good, don't it?
Sheesh. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. Bang, bang. Well, you already know the red eye is gonna dominate. That is,
Yes, sir.
Oh, jeez.
Well, we're even going to bring in some jigs and even soft plastics. So that's something new that like we've been getting asked for a lot lately. Is like we need something to go on the back fire crawl thunder cricket.
Right, yeah.
We're like, well, let's just make a soft plastic to match.
Yep.
So
They're like fine.
that's going to be an amazing looking bait.
That is-
ball.
Hey.
Oh, what a killer.
And you're gonna be able to throw it, on its own. It's
Yeah.
gonna come in a variety of our soft plastics, our blade minnow, which is a thunder cricket trailer.
Yep.
I mean, I'd like to throw this on our thunder cricket a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But you can put anything back on there. So
That's awesome.
it's gonna be an awesome color.
Well, and I
for
mean,
us.
even that paired up right here.
That's
That's just
swim jig.
crazy.
Mhm.
Love it. Love it.
So, and one thing like this color, we actually had it like painted. So we worked tirelessly to get the color right. So we were actually almost going to be late because we spent so much time making sure the color is like.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have issues because you'll put like 6 people in a room and you all look at the color and it just, with our guys, you start arguing.
Yeah.
But we finally got it right. These will actually get what happens with our colors is we'll have a guy hand paint them, give us a bunch of samples, and then when we find one that's right, we ship it off to our production facilities and they
nice.
match it. So that's how we have a professional that's designing all of our new colors. So
Shit.
that's going to be a really good one for us.
Now this one did pretty well.
Did pretty well. It
How well did it
it's
do?
already a winner.
How well did it do? That's how good it did.
The chick magnet. So
There's your thumbnail.
chick
magnet.
Chick magnet. People are gonna be like, wait, what?
Unboxing
say
the new
again.
chick magnet.
Dude, what?
So
in
this
the
is actually the
heck?
one you're holding there is my pride and joy of this. So I'm relatively new to Strike King. I didn't design the bait, but I came up with a name for this color.
There you go.
Tomato soup.
Lucas.
So that's
Lucas, claim to
Tomato
fame.
soup.
tomato soup. So that's one of Andy Morgan's favorite for fishing grass in the spring when it's still cold, pre-spawn.
Yep.
That's one of his favorites. So what you got here though is you got a flat-sided crankbait with a circuit board lip. That thin lip lets the bait get down as fast as possible because it's so thin, cuts the water. Real tight wobble to it. Really, really good in cold water around cover. It's going to excel from your, depending on where you are in the country, excel from your January through April. So it's going to be a really, really big deal. And now people think we were just funny with calling it the chick magnet, but what the story behind this is this is Andy Morgan's baby, basically. So this is designed after a balsa carved bait that's hand carved that he's been using for years, right? It's a pretty popular deal in the East Tennessee area. And
Awesome.
what we did is we brought it to life in a plastic body. It's going to be more durable. Cast it, and it's only $9.99.
I was about to say it's gonna come in your price range.
Yeah, and it's going to come in a price range.
Look at that print.
Oh,
So like I'm the guy that I'll buy one of those $23 crankbaits and then I
Yeah.
just don't even throw it because I'm afraid to throw it, and then that's like, well, I didn't really gain anything.
that's like
baits,
that's like
anyone?
every time
Swim
every
baits?
time like Devo's or whoever paints us up one, I'm like, do I really want to fish this?
Goes
Right.
on the wall and I just look at it and I say, you're pretty.
I know, I feel bad though, because he's like, no, fish it. And I'm like, but
want to fish it.
yeah.
So you're gonna be able to do the same thing you can with all those baits with the chick mag.
Love
That's
it.
awesome.
So, and then Andy Morgan, his home lakes, Lake Chickamauga, chick magnet, he's been crushing them there for years. That's kind of how we brought it to life, and that's where the name came from. So,
Yeah, it came from all the babes you get.
yes, sir.
Love it.
So
Dude,
it
it's crazy.
and then we kind of mixed in. So it comes in our fire craw color, and then it comes in some of our other natural colors. But we also mixed in some of his old school colors. So this is Tip Special. So just an old school, looks like a home, looks like someone painted that at
Painted
home,
bait.
custom paint.
Love
Again, it's another deal where we have these custom painted, and then we can just match them perfectly.
Very cool.
So this is a color. So Sexy Shad, we brought Sexy Shad to life way back years ago. This is Sexy Shad 2.0. So we basically just gave it a makeover. It's going to be a really, really pretty color. So
That is crazy, actually. If you
cool.
look real
Yeah.
close, I'm gonna try and get the focus up here.
like this silver.
There it is.
Yep.
And it's
Then
got a
it does
holographic.
chartreuse.
You ever throw like a shad back in the lake and it gives off a little bit of oil?
Yeah.
So you kind of give it a little holographic coating on there, so
Yeah.
it gives the same shimmy. So that's one of our best looking baits.
Dude,
That's
that is
crazy.
It's going to kill.
That
It
is good.
is pretty cool. We're pretty happy as a company to be able to bring something like that to market and get recognized for it right away. So
Knock 'em dead.
It's going to be awesome. Weedless squadron heads. So we got our squadron swim bait heads that came out with a few years ago without this weed guard. It's the same jig basically. We just added a weed guard to it now. So I mean, it's awesome to go on an A-rig, to throw a rage swimmer by itself. It's a beefy hook.
Yeah.
Boat flip them. Boat flip them.
Both flip the bigs.
Boat flip the bigs. It's got a good weed guard on it. It's not too stiff. Like you can I
Oh
don't
no,
trim it at all.
it's legit though.
Yeah.
So-
I'm kind of surprised because there's not a lot of material, but it's holding up.
It is
Right.
pretty legit. So I like it
And I got
too.
the little one.
So again, back to my northern habits, I like to kind of finesse things down a little bit. So
Yup.
I'll throw a swim jig a lot, and sometimes I'll throw this with just like a 3.75 rage swimmer, and it's just kind of like a naked swim jig type deal, no skirt. And I think you'll get more bites than you would without it.
I think pretty much. I think pretty much anything with a rage swimmer, you're gonna get a bite.
That's fair. That's fair. But brush piles, grass, you know, throwing it up shallow, you know, that's kind of why I like it. So, and it runs really, really true. You put a swim bait on there, you know, every now and then you'll get like a, you know, you get like a swim jig and you start reeling it and it's coming in like that.
Sideways.
But you put a rage swimmer on here, this sucker's running true whether you're burning it or crawling it. So it's going to be an awesome bait. Black nickel hook, like I said, it's an awesome
Very
bait for
cool.
us.
Let me just slide this out.
Let me just go ahead and move that.
Slide this whole thing.
Spin shines it.
So we'll start up here at the mid-size rage bug. So we have finally completed the family of the rage bug, with the mid-size rage bug. So what this is a 3.38 inch rage bug that has been requested by our pros for quite some time. They've been looking for one to kind of fill that void of a flipping bait that's a little bit smaller. But you don't have to flip with it. The rage bug is definitely our most versatile soft plastic. People throw it standalone. They put it on the back of a jig. They put it on the back of a thunder cricket. They put it on just about everything. They put it on a buzz bait. They'll just do everything with it.
You know you gotta have that black and blue if you're gonna be flipping now.
Yep. Gotta have that black and blue. It's coming out in our best colors, best soft plastic colors, kind of keeping it simple type deal. You need your green pumpkin, your watermelon red, black and blue, and then your summer other variations of
So I'm talking about.
So
talk to me.
Tour grade spinnerbait.
Talk to me about that white chartreuse. You know what's up.
You know that white chartreuse. I know a few lakes you go throw that right now.
I know.
Yeah.
You catch them good.
I know somebody who likes that combo right there.
This is what's blowing up right now.
So, Strike King started off as a spinnerbait company, right?
Yeah.
So I've learned the history as I've been here, and they started off as a spinnerbait company. They led the industry in spinnerbaits. And over the years, like, there's been so many of them brought out, we kind of wanted to take a step back and be like, all right, guys, we need the best spinnerbait at a value price that you could make. So this is designed with input from all of our pros, from the hook to the blade. They wanted this to be perfect. 4/0 hook. This is the 1/2 ounce compact version. So what we actually did, it's a pretty small spinnerbait, right? Yeah. But it's a 1/2 ounce. You're gonna be able to bomb that thing.
Yeah,
so what we did is we just transferred the weight down the shank or the hook shank, so you can't see it behind the skirt. So that way the head still stays small. You get that out of the way there for you.
Yeah.
And it actually plays as a good keeper too. So you can see there, you can snug it if you need to snug like a rage swimmer or something up on there as a trailer if that's what you like to do. It's got a hand-tied skirt.
I was about to say, how we getting that on there?
We got a nice hand-tied skirt, which is rare for a $7.99 spinnerbait.
100%.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
Shoot.
it looks good. We match all of the skirt colors to the head color. You don't see that very often. So this is our olive shad. You got a nice, pretty painted head with the realistic eye. Matches the skirt. It's just beautiful. And this is the 1/2 ounce compact Willow. Last year they came out with just a 1/2 ounce Willow, a 3/8 Willow. This year we got this one. We got the 3/8 Colorado Willow. Give yourself a little bit extra thump, a little more vibration.
Now you're talking to Jeff.
Yep, that's my jam.
That's your jam. I'll circle back to that one. And then you got the 5/16 turtleback.
Yep.
I dig that.
Right there. That's cool.
5/16 turtleback. So I got the turtleback blade. This has such a good little thump to it. It's a nice little finesse spinnerbait.
Different, man.
It's awesome. So I mean, if you feel like you're throwing thunder cricket or something, it's got that real good thump, and you like to be able to feel your bait working, right?
Yes.
Everyone loves that. So, but what we did too is we wanted to find a wire that was thin enough that we got the most action and vibration out of the bait, because that's what makes a spinnerbait good.
Yeah.
So some of your best spinnerbait fishermen, they make their own, and they'll go through a spinnerbait to fish, but they don't care because they're so confident in it.
Yeah.
And you know, they'll have such light wire, but it's not as durable.
Blow out. Yeah.
So we wanted to find the perfect point of durability into where it would be thin enough where you could get the action. So I think they got it perfect, where you're still going to have that action. I fished one of these in an open on the James River a month or two ago, and I only had one in the color that was working, and I used it all day. Boat flipped 2 big ones on it, and I was like, at the end of the day, I was still catching fish on it.
Nice.
I was getting a little hesitant boat flipping them, but dude, it held up all freaking day. It's awesome. So it's probably one of the prettiest spinnerbaits you're going to see at $7.99.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you're going to be able to beat it. There is a 3/4 ounce. That's a big beast of a spinnerbait that goes up to $8.99. That's going to just crush them. But it's such a pretty bait, and I can't wait to be throwing it. We've gotten some of these in. Our pros love them. It's the best spinnerbait Strike King's had in a little while, I believe.
Well, shoot.
That's a heck of a lineup, though.
Yes, sir.
Good grief. All right, Lucas. Well, hey, man, we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
not a problem. Anytime.
Thanks for the time.
So it's gonna be
Awesome.
good. It's gonna be
It's a good run through. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, congrats to a lot of people. I just
Oh, yeah,
I just got
100%.
to sit here and take
No,
credit
no, no,
for
no,
it.
no.
Lucas,
Lucas,
specifically
wow,
from Michigan, congratulations for your award. No, seriously, Lucas, you're the man. Thank you very much
I
for the
appreciate
time.
you guys.
You know we love the Strike King. We're gonna go check out the rest of these tables because there's some little itty bitty
stuff.
baits that I want to go see.
yeah.
What do you mean? These tiny things right
You know, we're gonna nerd out. We're gonna do our thing. We want to see the ultralight, but then we're gonna go check out some of those top waters as well. So, Luke, again, thank you so much, Strike King. Thank you guys, and yeah, that's the lineup for 2021.
there? All right, you guys, we're back with Striking, and we got Steve Parks, who actually designed all these baits. So we're gonna have him walk us through some of them, show them what they're all about. So, Steve, what do you got there for us?
Well, in order to tell you what we came out with first thing this year was the new 3.375 new Rage Bug. The Rage Bug has been the hottest, of course, hottest bug bait on the market. So, and we've got 4 different sizes of it. So what we did is our pros were asking for one that they could actually use as a finesse model, but also they could punch with it, and they could, you know, Texas rig it, and this would be perfect for a 2-aught hook. But now they're using this, they want to use this on their swim jigs, they want to use it on a lot of different ways, and it's probably the perfect model to, when you downsize, have to downsize a little bit, it's a great model for that.
You're talking to 2 guys from Michigan. You know what we do really well? Downsize.
There you go, downsize and hit them like that. Well, see now, the one right before that, this was our Ned Bug, the Ned Rage Bug.
We know all about this
And
guy
you
right
see how
here.
small it is, yeah.
That's what I'm talking
And
about.
so as soon as this one come out, first thing the pros say, hey, Big O, get us one between this size and that other one, because we need that in the smallie and the bass fishing market as well. So we did that.
They always want something else. You make them a big
Always.
one. They're like, can I get a small one? You make
That's
a small one. Can I
right.
get one right in between? You make that one. They're like, I need a micro.
They're never
And
happy.
and guess what? Now Mark Rose says, hey, Big O, we need a different bait altogether. The fact is I've got the best pros on them in the market here at Striking, and they all say, hey. And so I get the best ideas in the world. And they say, well, I want this, I want this, I want this. So what I do is I kind of run it. I kind of run it between the other pros, and I say, hey, Mark Rose is looking for this. And this is very close to what Keith Combs wants. And so we're going to, so we designed this super hybrid bait, you know. And then what do we have to do? We have to pass it out to all the pros. They have to all be totally happy with it. And when they're totally happy with it, then we make a mold and we start producing.
Okay.
So it's not like we make a mold and hope it's going to sell. We know it's going to sell. We know the bait's going to sell because all of our pros are hot on it. And here's another thing for all those pros out there. They get a new bait in their hand and they start fishing it, and it's hot, and they're loving it, and they don't want to talk about it because it's hot, and they're loving it, and they don't want to tell everybody about it. Well, the thing is, when all the pros are fishing it, and we got such great pros for sure, and they're placing high on the charts, they're going to be talking about it, and our pros talk about our new products anyway. So yeah, I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
I love it.
I think we're the luckiest
That's
guys
life.
in the world because we got people like you making sweet baits.
Yeah, well,
I think
it's
we're winning
cool.
right now.
Hey, I'm a pretty lucky guy for sure.
Appreciate
No,
it,
that's
man.
phenomenal.
Awesome. Well, Steve, thanks for your time.
You bet. You bet.
That's awesome.